Hi there and welcome to this last video about your website and really important elements of your website. My name is Rob McNichol and today we're going to wrap things up and talk about one more element. Now we've been through quite a few things, quite a lot of, some basic elements like your name, address and phone number, your NAP, to more complex elements like how to craft your sales page and also talking about your checkout page and how to improve cart abandonment. Well, today we're going to talk about mobile and making sure your website is mobile enabled. Now, again, a lot of you, as in the first video where I said a lot of people don't, some people don't have, not a lot of people, actually a good chunk of people don't have websites, but when I said quite a few people don't have websites, a lot of people will already have their site properly mobile enabled and mobile optimized, but there's also a massive chunk of people that don't have it. And it's one of the most critical things, especially now in the mobile age, that you have to have your website fully mobile enabled. It's as simple as that. If you don't, you're losing business left, right and center. So it's just a really short video, this one, a really short bit of advice that you're probably all going to be going, yeah, obvious one, Rob, but seriously, it's true that most people have done it correctly, but also a good chunk, I'd say 30 to 40% in my experience, haven't got a properly mobile enabled website. A good example for you of a massive brand. I was on my phone this morning on Waitrose.com, which is for those of you in the US, Australia, I don't know if you have Waitrose over there, part of the John Lewis Group, but they're quite an upmarket supermarket in the UK. I was on their site looking for some wine for my mother-in-law. The site is not mobile enabled. I was there looking on it and it was absolutely terrible experience, to the point where if they weren't the only place that sold the wine my mother-in-law liked, I'd have been gone because it was so frustrating. So that's a massive brand that isn't doing it right. So it's worth testing and testing every page, because strangely enough, some elements of their site then became mobile enabled later on, but those were later on in the buying process. So it was incredibly frustrating. They would have lost me early on. You can guarantee they're losing lots of other customers who are trying to buy stuff on mobile. So check all the elements of your website, make sure it is working properly on mobile, check on different platforms. Make sure it's working on iPhones, make sure it's working on Samsung, make sure it's working across all different Nokia as well. They've all got different operating systems, so you need to check and make sure it's working correctly on all those different phones. You can get mobile emulators. If you Google mobile emulator and then just test your website on those, just to be absolutely 100% sure that it's working correctly, because otherwise you're losing customers. So please go through that process, have a good check. And that's about it for elements for your website. There are other things we could go into more depth on, but these videos are meant to be short and to the point, to give you some really good actionable steps you can take straight away. So tomorrow we will be moving into our next series of videos. So I look forward to seeing you then.